Hi buddies, this is the video on how to do the neckline of the stone point tunic. Let me show you here. This is a little bit delayed. This is meant to show close-ups. Anyhow, this is my sample template, and I'm trying to show you how this is going to look. Look in the pictures. I believe it's the last two pictures in the pattern, and it will show you this before and after, what the neckline is supposed to look like. And a lot of people aren't understanding that once they do the single crochet around the top, that this right here goes off the shoulder. If you can see on me, you'll see that this is the part that goes off the shoulder, and this is the part right here that covers your bra strap. So I'm going to deconstruct this. I made it so I can just pull it out and show you guys. So say you got a single crochet around this whole thing. Your bra strap is going to be about 6 inches from your shoulder. But say you did a single crochet around the whole thing. I asked you to start it about where you think your bra strap would be. I asked you to start it right here, about where, let's see, not used to using this camera yet, about where your bra strap should be. That way you'll start and end up where that is. Okay, let me see. I'm so sorry about this. This is so brand new, and I bought it just for you guys, actually. Okay, so we'll say we did a single crochet and we began the attachment, you know, about 5 inches in from the edge of your shoulder. Now understand, this is going to be the cutout part off your shoulder. So we say we started it here. I'm going to still deconstruct it, okay? And we'll say you did a single crochet around the entire thing. Now there's two ways to do this. As you can see, this went back and forth till it was wide enough, and then I went around here again. There's two ways to do it in case it's confusing or looking messy. My problem was it was a little bit messier than I had hoped. So this would be a single, right here I pull it out to where I would have single crocheted around the entire edge. Now remember, this goes off your shoulder. This is where the bra strap is. So this is where I started, and this is where I finished with my row of single crochet. Now a simpler way to do this is you want to count the stitches or line them up on the same side. And it depends on what you wear underneath it by how thick you want this. Line it up on each side and go to the one straight. You're going to go to this one straight across. And if in doubt, mark it. I mark everything. I'm going to just remind you guys to mark. Okay, you're going to chain 3. Now you will be using your 6.5 hook. This is the 11.5. This is just for, this was what you used in the body. I'm using this as a good way to instruct. But remember, you should be on your 6.5 hook, not this one. Okay, and I just chain 3. I'll show you a simpler way to do this in case you're getting confused. Then I can attach it here. Okay, now the two ways to do this is to go back and forth, and then crochet over to the other side, and then go back and forth, and crochet and end here. Now that's one way to do it. Just in case you didn't like that way, I'm going to show you the other way. So I attached it with a slip stitch. It doesn't matter, you can use a single crochet or a slip stitch. And then while we're talking, you can crochet all the way over to the other side to count however many stitches you went in here and go to the same spot on the other side. I will meet you there. Now I'm at the spot on the other side. This was 9 stitches, but it won't be that way for you guys, because remember, this is just a larger template with different colors to demonstrate all of these things. So I'm at the same spot on the other side, if you can see. So I just crocheted over here. Now I'm giving you a little bit different directions just in case, just in case the one is confusing. Oh boy, I'll get this down yet. So I chain 3. So I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to attach it to the same spot over here. I forgot to count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Here's the 9th one. Okay, we'll just match them up real quick. All right, and I'm just giving you guys the alternate, and then you can slip stitch or single crochet. It does not matter. And then now your other option is to go back and forth. You would, I'm going to show you both right now. You would slip stitch into this one to turn around. You would turn it over, and if you can see, you would go back and forth in this chain right here until it was wide enough. Wide enough to cover, you know, your bra, your cami, whatever you wear underneath, okay? And so when you get over to the other side, I'll show you this real quick. I don't like this way. It's a little messy, but it doesn't show, and it kind of depends on how much coverage you want. So you would single crochet 3 stitches, because that's how many you chained. That's about all the biggest this needs to be. Next, you would, I can't find the 3rd stitch. So then what you do is look here, and here, look here. And then you're going to go not in the same stitch, you're going to go in the next one. And slip stitch to turn it around. And then you're going to go back this way. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to say you're going to do this a lot, even though you probably won't. So not in this stitch, but in the very next stitch, you're going to slip stitch to get turned around and go back the other way. And you go back and forth. Now, a simpler way to do this, and I'm just going to pull this out, a simpler way to do, not simpler, different way to do this would be, oops, mine's turned around, sorry about that. You'd want to make sure it's flat, and well, I guess this is pretty too. An easier way, or I don't know, what makes sense in my brain a little more, and maybe this is too low cut for you, it really is much less low cut than you think, would to be continue to crochet back to the other side. Now see, you've done 2 rows on this side. You would do 2 rows on this side, and then you would single crochet, then you would crochet along here, and then along the line, and you would keep going around until this was wide enough and the neckline was small enough. It depends on what you want. If you want the neckline more open, then do the back and forth slip stitch method. If you don't, then go around and around. I'll meet you up at the other side. Okay, here I am at the other side. Now, if you notice on the neckline, I have 2 rows of each. So I started here, and I started here after my single crochet around the entire thing, and no, I'm sorry, I started right here. Here's my string. Started right here, and then I chain 3, went across to the other side, crocheted all the way over to this side, chained 3, and then crocheted all the way back over to this side, and here's where I'm at. Now you can go ignore this whole chain and just put 3 stitches in. You can put it right on top of it if you don't want to work in the stitch. It just can go over the whole thing. I'm just going to do that. You can work into each individual stitch if you want. It doesn't matter. This gets a little twisted, but I'm just showing you like the fastest way to do this neckline. And so now I just put 3 stitches in this, and I'm going to continue on, but don't go into this stitch. If you can see, don't go into this stitch that you've already been into this stitch. Don't do it. Don't go into it again. If you can see this, go into the next one and single crochet over to the other side, to the other strap, and I'll meet you there. Okay, here I am over at the other side, and I decided that I was just going to ignore this chain. I mean, you can go into each individual stitch into this chain if you want. I haven't seen a reason why that I should do that. I haven't really noticed any good reason. So I'm just going to put 3 stitches over the top of it. And they slide right now, but it won't matter when I go back across it. Now see, you might, if you start to do it this way and you find that your neckline is getting too small, you want it more open, then you can always stop what you're doing. You can always quit going around. Quit going around the center part. You don't ever go back into this shoulder part. This is now a separate section that you won't ever be going back into, if that helps. So say I decided, oh, I've been around it enough, if the neckline's getting too small. Now see this stitch here? It's already used. Don't go in that one. You would need to slip stitch into this one to get turned around and then go back this way. Now, remember you had 3 stitches in this and you just put them over the chain? Believe it or not, it ends up looking neater. So you just need to put 3 stitches in here. So it's just a less, sorry about my knot, it's a less messy way to do it. Okay, and then you're over at this side. You don't want to go in the used chain. You want to go in the next one. And you would just slip stitch and then go back the other way. And that's all you do until it's wide enough. But see, this will just lay nice and flat. I know this is big, but it's supposed to be big to show you. It really will lay flat. These necklines look a little too big, but remember, this is the part that is off, oops, that is, let me move this, that's off your shoulder, right here. And then this is the part that covers, whoops, then this is the part that covers your bra strap. I'm wearing one right now, so I'll just show you. Okay, this is the part that's off your shoulder, and this is the part that covers your bra strap or cami. I hope that helps. Bye, buddies.